Hello, guys. Welcome in. I feel like my camera is literally always changing. Let me scoot it over. Better? I don't know, it's kind of high. Oh my gosh, my feet hurt so bad. My feet hurt. It is the concrete floors, for sure. For sure. I was like, why do my heels, my calcaneuses hurt? I will tell you why. Oh, I can't reach. You guys are so far. Give me a second. There you guys go. We still have our discount going on. Buy one, get one 25% off. Nobody used it yesterday. But anyways, welcome in. Say hi, say hello, tell me what is up down below. There has been so many coincidences today, guys. Like, nothing, like, crazy, but there's been so many coincidences that I feel like good is going to come. Like, there is something really good coming. If you are a spiritual person, believe in signs or horoscopes, there is some good things coming. Start looking for signs, because I don't know. I don't want to say I've been looking for signs, but I've noticed a lot of signs today. One, horoscope's looking amazing for us Taurists. Really good. And two, something like, I mean, obviously it's not like super crazy, but like a little crazy. I have never seen dandelions in like Jonathan's parents' backyard. Never seen dandelions. And I walk the dogs every single day in the exact same spot. That was weird. Give me a second. In the exact same spot. And all of a sudden today, there's so many of them outside. Literally yesterday, nothing. And today there's so many. So of course we all went out there and made a million wishes. But yeah, like that was kind of great. There was just so many weird luck coincidences. Like we went shopping at Walmart today. And like we happened to walk into the kids section, and a huge chunk of it, everything was $1, $2. I got dresses for $3, and what was even crazier is they were all in the girls' sizes, all in like a 4-5 and a 6-7. So I'm like, that was kind of crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking for signs. But I thought that was all, like, kind of crazy. So we were able to get, like, jeans and t-shirts and all this stuff, like, really cute clothes for, like, $1 at Walmart today. So, I don't know. If you have kids, check your Walmart, because it's so many items. And it wasn't, like, specifically winter or, like, Christmas stuff that you'd never wear. Like, it was literally, yeah, unicorn shirts and unicorn pants and, like, jeans and, like, just super cute things. I don't know. So, I don't know. There's just been a lot of things. There's just been so many, yeah. And John's mom is like, obviously she wants a car. But she's like looking into a specific car. And it is a very specific car. And today when we were driving around, we saw so many of them. I don't know. Maybe we're looking for signs. But we saw so many of them. I saw butterflies today, which to me, butterflies are like good luck. I don't know. There was just a lot of stuff. Hi, Tammy. So let me know. For the next couple of days, I want you guys to start looking for like positive signs. Just like little things. And let's see what we can find. Being like, that's interesting. But like, I love believing that there is more than what we see. Love it. I love believing that. I feel like it just gives you so much hope, and yeah. I feel like it gives you control of your environment and life and situations. I don't know, but let's just hope. And guys, I do have a job interview tomorrow, and I am so nervous. Part of me just wants to cancel it so bad, or just like not show up, but I'm gonna show up. I gotta show up. I can't. Now it is like a little far. It's about 30 minutes from my house, and I'm hoping they can be flexible with my girls' school hours, but like literally tomorrow at like noon, think about me, because I'm gonna be going through a job interview, and I haven't done a job interview in like absolutely forever. Thank you for sprinkling the love, guys. So I don't know, I'm just like looking for positivity, trying to keep things super positive, but I don't know. Yay. And I went to, this isn't like, okay, this isn't like a coincidence or anything, but I went to Walmart today, and I was able to find my favorite pens. Yeah, they're my favorite. I think I posted about them the other day. Erasable pens, guys. Colored erasable pens are my favorite. Like, I generally don't see a downside to them. I love the look of pens, but I hate the look of scratching out, you know, words when you misspell it. So erasable pens are like for a win. They're not that expensive. You can get the Walmart brand. What is this? So this is Pilot is the brand. Frixion? I don't know. Frixion. Erasable pens. And they erase with friction, which I think is really cool. So they had those pens at Walmart, which I think are like super cool for my, where is it? My journal. I really haven't written much in here, which is not the greatest. I really haven't. Oh, I was drawing pictures. Besides having erasable pens, they also have erasable highlighters, which I think is really cool. Same brand? Same brand. And they're also, let me pull them out. They're also in like really cute pastels, so win-win. Thank you. Yes, we need all the good vibes. Okay, let me open up this. I also got a couple baskets for our Valentine's Day subscription. I told you guys that I'm going to go big for the first subscription. It's literally our first one. I want you guys to love it. So I got these cute heart baskets. That was kind of hard to see. You guys can do whatever you want with it. You could use it for Valentine's Day, trash it, it's whatever. But these super cute heart baskets, they're pretty sturdy. I want to put the scrunchies in here. I don't know, just make them super cute. I have pink and red. You guys will be getting random colors, but I thought this was a good way to start a subscription box off really fun. So think about these and tissue paper in here and making it look really pretty and all that stuff. I think it's gonna be really fun. So yeah, I got some of these. I got stickers. I don't know, I'm just gonna make it fun. Stickers and scrunchies, and there's some other stuff I said I was gonna put in it. I don't remember. There's other stuff I said I'm gonna put in it. We'll see. But the first 3 baskets, or first 3 subscription boxes, are getting 15% off. Not the first 3 times you get it, but the first 3 people to get subscription boxes are getting 15% off. So they end up being like $20. So let me pin, I don't even know what I have. Oh, I have the whole collection. I can't even reach, guys. So ignore my face. Oh, here's the subscription box. And my sewing machine is not working perfectly, but it is working much better than yesterday. Do I have it pinned? Okay, I have it pinned. So guys, I need you to sprinkle the love like crazy. We had a lot of people viewing yesterday. We got one golden bubble yesterday, which was the first of our year. So first. So let's see if we can get that one more golden bubble tonight. We will chit chat. Yeah. I did not figure out what was going on with my sewing machine. I Googled it and it said it was probably a tension problem. I turned my tension all the way up. I turned my tension all the way down, took out my thread, and hopefully it's not going to cause issues. It's not perfect, but it's better, so like knock on wood. I think the last thing I'm going to do is change out the needle. I got to go get some new needles, but yeah, and I was running it at full speed earlier. Perfection. Like, knock on wood, I don't want to jinx it. Perfection. So, if anybody is looking for a journal, let me know. I'm really specific with, I mean, it's not really a journal. It's more of like an agenda, a planner. This one I got on Amazon for $8. I like it. I like my one that I had last year better, but they don't make it. So this is the closest, you know? It's just small. If this was as big as my other planner, I think I'd like it better. So it has like the days of the week on this side and like a blank page on the other side. It has the dots, but like a blank page, I feel like is so important in a planner. I need that extra writing to like plan out my week. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm nervous for tomorrow, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying not to think about it. I was gonna go to H&M today because I had a gift card to pick out something really cute to wear. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I feel like I have to do that tomorrow because I don't have anything to wear. Like, I don't know. Because it's kind of like a what do you call it? Like a fine restaurant, you know? So like, do I wear a dress? I don't know. I'd rather wear like slacks and a jacket. I don't know. I don't know what I should wear. Or I could just wear like fresh clothes that look fresh. I don't know. I gotta do that tomorrow. But yeah. Let's hope that goes well, guys, because yeah. My biggest thing is I just need them to work with my schedule. Nice white top and black pants. Yeah, I do agree. I do agree with you. Because you kind of want to like dress the part, but I don't know. I think the important part is looking fresh, looking clean, you know? The whole like guacamole, I'm kind of nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but I have to remind myself, just be yourself, and if it works out, it works out. Like, don't stress. I'm more worried about them asking me a question and being like, I don't really know how to answer that, you know? Because they always like to ask questions like, oh, when is the last time you dealt with conflict? Or how do you deal with conflict? I don't know. If you guys want to throw some interview questions at me, go for it, and I will try to answer it the best I can, and maybe that'll, I don't know, maybe that'll help a little bit with the nerves. But everywhere is different. When I worked for Red Lobster for 2 weeks, it was terrible. They asked all of those, like, questions, like, how do you handle conflict and all that stuff. And then I worked at the Irish pub. Like, they just kind of wanted to know about me. Like, oh, do you have a family? Do you have kids? Cool. That's literally all they asked. Do you have experience? That's literally all they asked. But uh-oh. Our first jam of the night. So, doesn't even look jammed though. So, now let me think of a time that I have had conflict. Ooh, I guess, I don't know. I put this down on one of the job interviews. So, when I worked at the Irish pub, I was a shift manager. So basically, that's like the best way I can explain it. So if the owner wasn't there, I was in charge. He happened to be there that night. So I was serving and somebody else was serving. And a big table came in. It was not my turn, but he gave the table to me. So that was kind of awkward because I had to say, like, hey, like, whatever his name is, I'm not saying it, actually gave me this table, and it was kind of awkward, and she was, like, mad, because, you know, so, are we out of thread? I think so. So, my way of handling that situation was splitting the table with her, because that's just, I guess, the type of person that I am. So she did the drinks, I did the food. Like, I'm, yeah, not gonna fight with someone over a table. I guess. Can you think of a time that you went out that is a good question. Okay, so a time that I went above and beyond to help a angry customer. And I'm gonna try not to have my answers related to scrunchied, even though that's like what I've been doing the last year. Let me think. See, I'm blanking. Okay, a time that I went above and beyond for an angry customer. If I can't think of a customer, then I'm gonna have to just like make up a scenario in my head and they won't know the difference. Well, I can definitely use some scrunchied references. So like someone is unhappy that their order is taking a while, and then I guess to remedy that situation, obviously I'm not gonna say it like this. It would be just to, like, you know, improve communication, give them step-to-step updates. That's usually what solves my problem, is just being diligent with communication. So, that's something I would use for scrunchied. When it comes to working in a restaurant, I would say being empathetic. Being like, yeah, I know they're, you know, it's taking a while, that's frustrating. You know, yeah, I guess that sort of thing, being empathetic. That usually does it, and then they kind of calm down. Like, yeah, I feel like I cleaned a machine lately. You see, it's like all, and I also feel like when I'm on live, it likes to cause extra problems. But yeah, I genuinely think it's the needle. Genuinely feel like it's the needle. I need to get my screwdriver. this work? I think so. Nope. In the middle. Yeah, those questions are hard. I don't know. They make me like blank out. Like, you know? Let me know if you guys have any other questions that you think someone would ask on an interview. Yeah, I got that one. Okay. So someone asks the time that I've had to deal with an unhappy customer. I have a scrunchied response, so I can remember, and we have the maybe a food taking too long response, you know? Okay. So let me know if you have any other questions. Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. Yeah. That was a good one. I feel like I would start with a subtle hint, like, oh, you know, I noticed table 12 was just like looking around or something, or the, you know, oh, I know, you know. Like, yeah, I would start with those, like, subtle hints, I guess. You know, we're not trying to, I guess, rock any boats. Yeah. Because I had that was one of the questions for an application, like, what do you do in when, like, someone you're working with is not doing their job? And I feel like that's, like, subtle hints, and then just take it up from there. I feel like I have, like, I'm always afraid to, like, ruin relationships. Were you a hiring manager? Give me questions. I am not, like, I'm terrible with I'm terrible communicating, and, like, you know, I'm not a great communicator, but I get really good at what I do. That's the thing. But when I'm doing something for the first time, like, I've never thought of that question before, it's difficult. You know, I feel like it's tricky to think of scenarios, you know? Because when a customer is angry, I feel like I naturally just, like, know what to do. I don't, like, shut down on them. You know, I do feel like I'm really good at handling stressful situations properly, especially working in the Irish pub. That is the highest stress working situation I could imagine. You know, think I'm bartending, which bartending isn't, I was newer at bartending, okay? I wasn't the best bartender. I had to look up a lot of drinks, if we're being honest. So I'm bartending. They're running bingo, where it's all you can drink bingo. So super busy, easy stuff, pouring beers, you know. You know, and then I'm running 10 tables, you know, and trying to keep everything straight and bringing out food. We didn't have food runners, you know. Making sure you don't forget to put anything into the kitchen. And so it was really high stress. And sometimes I'd be taking 6 tables, and then I'd have 40, hear me out, I'd have 40 individual checks in our poker room, of people that were very needy. I mean, they drank a lot, so, you know. And I knew all 40 of them by name pretty quickly. Yeah, no, it's definitely good to think of possible questions, and the questions that you're asking me, like, I'm going to practice them tonight, or I'm just going to think of scenarios. So when someone asks, like, oh, customer. Okay, now I have a scenario. Orders are taking a long time. They're not complete, sort of thing. Dealing with a coworker, I gotta think of a scenario because, especially because I worked in a restaurant, and I feel like this is stereotypical. It's not 100% true, but in restaurants, I feel like everybody smokes or vapes. I didn't. So people would go on smoking breaks just randomly, and that was like kind of a pet peeve because I didn't smoke, and then their tables are just kind of like looking at me. Wait. Oh, I will hate the question if they say, why do you want to work here? Yeah, I gotta think of an answer. Why do I want to work there? Now, again, the place that I'm interviewing at tomorrow, I have never been. It is in a nice area, and I know it's a nice restaurant. I don't know if I should be honest about, like, I've never been here. I don't know. But it's true. I'm a terrible liar. Terrible liar. So I'd rather be honest and be like, I have not been here, but I have done research. And through my research, I have learned this, and this. Yeah. Yeah, I would hate that question if you're like, oh, why do you want to work here? I'd be like, I want a job. I want money. I think well, that's what I'm saying. But I feel like if you're, okay, my reason for wanting to work there is because, well, alright, I'm gonna say, I don't want to say, okay, I guess I do want to say that I'm a foodie and I do appreciate, quality food, that is artfully made, to be, not to be honest. I can't be throwing those words in. So I appreciate, or I respect, I have a greater respect. I respect food that is artfully made. And I enjoy working in a restaurant that people come in and have an experience. It's not just eating, you're experiencing the food. I'm on video. They're quizzing me right now for interview questions.
Interview questions?
Yeah, because I have an interview tomorrow.
Oh.
That's an Italian restaurant.
Yeah. The one in...
Yeah, Winter Park.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I haven't said the name, but obviously.
City.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Hunt me down. Tip me down. But, yeah.
What makes you a good candidate for this position?
So that was literally just, literally just answering that question. Well, the question was, why do you want to work here? Question. That's what I was trying to answer. Mm-hmm. And if I should be honest, I'm going to be honest that I've never eaten there before. But while researching the position,
Okay. While researching position.
No, I was trying to say, I don't know, it was going good for a second. It was going good, but now I'm like, blank. When I get nervous, my brain goes blank. No, I was saying that, when I was looking for jobs, I was specifically looking for restaurants where food is more than just, I didn't say sustenance, but, where the restaurant is more about the experience than just being fed. I'm saying something like that.
How do you work under pressure?
Work fantastic out of pressure. Under pressure.
Okay.
I can't even talk.
Out of pressure?
I know, I can't talk right now. When I get nervous, my brain goes bloop.
No,
but in all honesty, I do feel like I work great under pressure because my brain kind of goes into a mode that's like task to get everything accomplished smoothly.
Yeah.
then I can accomplish everything. And then I was also saying that when it comes to jobs, I enjoy perfecting what I do. I do, yeah. Do genuinely, not in a conceited way, but I do like getting really good at what I do.
Fair enough.
You know? And I feel like that's what makes my job exciting. You know? Knowing the harder I work, the better I can get.
You sure you don't want to work sales with me?
Like, I have had so many sales, like, people message me, but the hours, we can't do the hours.
Yeah.
You know? That's the thing.
Fair enough.
Unless you want to pay, like, $1,000 for daycare. I'm just kidding. I don't think it'd be that much.
I'm good. I already have enough bills. Alright. What do you think? I'll be upstairs hanging out.
I don't even know what that noise was. That's another good question. I feel like I work better as a team because we can. What am I gonna say? Actually, I'm really bad at this. Because. Okay. Let me start over again. That's a good question. I feel like I work better as a team. No, I'm going to change that up. I feel like it's better to work as a team because okay, what I'm trying to say is when somebody has a weakness and you have a strength, you can fill in those links and you're better for it. But how am I supposed to say that? Because in all honesty, I feel like I work better as an individual, but I am a team player. I can work as a team, but I do enjoy working as an individual. I gotta think about that one. Yeah. I'll just say this like this. I prefer working as a team because you can accomplish more. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy working as a team because you can accomplish more and learn from each other. That simple. Okay, so the question is, do you prefer working on your own or working as a team? I prefer working as a team because we can accomplish more as a group and learn from each other. Simple. Simple. Keep it simple. Okay. Thank you. Oh, yeah. He makes me nervous because he's so... what's the room? Give me 1 second. He is such a strong communicator. Like, he would never stutter. He would never trip on his words. He could just comes out amazing. And I get nervous and my brain goes... Can't even talk. Can't even talk. But yeah, no. He still makes me nervous after 10 years. Okay, so my answer is, question is, do you feel like you work better as a team or by yourself? I feel... Oh, no. I feel like I work better as a team. I don't know. I can't think right now. And why are we crunching up? I literally cleaned out the whole entire thing. I'll just have it. I work better as a team because I enjoy learning from others. Keep it that simple. Wait. Okay, so I'm gonna read these comments back. That's the thing is I just gotta be confident, and I don't know. I feel like right now I'm just like nervous and flustered, but once I get that nervousness and flusteriness out of the way, like, I'll be fine. Working with my sisters are pretty easy. I feel like we rarely have conflict because we all have the same goals. You know? Yeah. I feel like the only, and not even stressful part, I don't know. Well, finances is always stressful. I'm not saying it's specifically stressful with working with my sisters, but I feel like that was like the number one concern is we're gonna put in this work. How are we, divvying up all that? Yeah. It's as simple as I enjoy working as a team because together we can create an excellent experience, and I enjoy learning from others. Simple. We're keeping it simple, Kelly. Yeah. And the reason I want to work at this restaurant is because I appreciate food that is artfully made, and a restaurant that is more about the experience than just feeding a customer. I feel like that's the honest answer. Try not to lie. I feel like, Ashley, honestly, I feel like honesty is the best policy. I would go up to the table and, now, okay, it depends. But I would go up to the table and I would be like, I was just looking over the check and I realized that your chicken parmesan never went through to the kitchen. So I have told the chefs that we, to make that immediately. Do you want to have me wait to bring everything out together, or do you want me to bring what's done and then have yours come? That's honesty is kind of my best course of action because I'm a terrible liar. I don't know. Have there been times that I've been able to fluff it off and not let the customer know? Sure, but I do kind of feel like honesty is the best answer. If they get mad at me, I feel like it's justified because I did make a mistake, but everybody makes mistakes. It's just kind of one of those things that, like, okay, you just gotta take extra focus not to have it happen again. But again, I feel like honesty is the best policy. I don't know if it's too much, but also when I served, I liked telling people, oh, like, I see the chef's making your food right now, or something like that. Like, I love giving people, like, that mid-update, so it's not appetizers and they're just, like, waiting for their food, if I can. Yeah, I'm, like, yeah, I've worked in restaurants for 5 years. Like, it happens, or you accidentally hit the wrong button. I've had that happen, and it stinks, you know. And I don't know, I don't want to be stereotypical again, but, like, chefs can be a little cranky, you know. Yeah, which I get. So it happens, but honestly, being honest is the best thing you can do. And I don't overly apologize, but I'll apologize. If I mess up, it is my bad. And I will do whatever I can to make it better. If it's possible to get them an extra glass of wine while they wait, but sometimes that's, like, not an option. But if it's possible and if I have that ability, I would if I could, you know. There has been times if I, like, really mess up, like, really, really mess up, I will, like, it depends. I will, like, maybe add, like, a drink or something and put it on, like, my tab. But, you know, I'm also not afraid to do that, if that's an option. Where I worked, I could do that and just, yeah. I love the scrunchy bouquet idea. What was that, 2 nights ago? Love that idea. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. No, I have waitressed before. I was at Ruby Tuesdays for 3 years, and then at the Irish pub, I started as a server, and then after a year, I was the manager. I say shift manager. Now, the place I worked at was quite small, to be honest. I think maybe we had 14 tables and then the back poker room. So it was not a huge restaurant. And it was not a chain. So we'll say mom and pop sort of thing. So it was really normal for me to be just, like, in control of the whole environment. You know? And when things got busy, it's almost like what is the word? I'm going to try to say it. Compartmentalized? Whatever. I kind of went, like, a little bit inward, and my brain was like, task, so that I can accomplish everything, because there was so much stuff to do. And you know, like, you're going to have your pop, it's going to get really, really busy, and then things are going to slow down. You just have to make it through that pop. So yeah, I have served before in, like, and it was, yeah, really busy, high stress situations. Yeah, so in all honesty, there's probably, I don't want to say there's no restaurant that was as crazy as working in the Irish pub by myself. And, like, most of the time it was me and one other server, but, like, at 10 o'clock when I got really slow and we're in a pub, so people are only really drinking, it was just me. It was me and the cook, basically. And a baseball bat. That's pretty much it. John did not love that. But, yeah, no, I was never really scared. And I always had regulars. So I feel like I had people to, like, back me up if anything crazy happened. Yeah. Because there's one night that I was behind the bar and someone tried to like sneak out on their check, and it wasn't even me running after the person. One of the regulars like literally caught them and brought them back in. Do you? Now, I've never done, wow, I've never really done banquet. We've held events where it was like a set menu and we just kind of went around and cleaned and, I don't know, filled drinks and whatnot. But yeah, honestly, when I used to work in the bar and we used to get a lot. Yeah, I get that. Especially when it's me, a drunk person at the bar, and like, that's it. And it's like, are you having conversation? I've had a lot of awkward, small talk conversations. But, yeah. But if my mind blanks out on how to answer these questions, I will think about running a small business, because I've been doing that constantly for the last year. It's more natural for me to think of those answers than to think back over a year, 2 years, to try to think of restaurant examples, you know? Because have I not said, like, multiple times over this year, I'm like, I don't want to work alone. Like, I want to work in a team. I want to bounce ideas off each other. I want to grow. I want to learn from you guys. Yeah, like, you know? Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. If I'm starting to stress, I'm just going to think about scrunchied and base my answers off of that. So, yeah. Okay, so my plan is for right now, I'm gonna go for obviously things that meet my standards, but just to get my foot in the door, you know, and then eventually I can interview for other places. John was saying that, like, jobs right now in our area are really hard to get, so I'll take whatever. And I did also apply for DoorDash. So that is an option too, but, you know, I think I'm really gonna like it. But that is the only legitimate interview that I've had, so. Yeah. But I know when I get comfortable in a situation, I am like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say boss, but I am like in charge of my environment when I get comfort, you know? Not that I'll be in this situation necessarily, but you know. Do you think it's bad for me to say that I enjoy perfecting what I do? Does that sound... My thing is I'm afraid to come off like conceited. But I don't think it's bad to say that I enjoy perfecting what I do, because it's true, you know? Did you make very good money? Yeah. In all honesty, like, I didn't know if there was or was not money in it, like, doing those sort of jobs. I mean, whenever you, like, go on TikTok or whatever and you see those, are like, yeah, I made $500 today, and you're just like, I don't believe you, you know, sort of thing. So I generally didn't know if it was a good way to make money or not, you know? Because there's so many, like, tips and tricks how to make more money. They're like, oh, make sure you stay right outside the hotspot areas because you're going to be picked for them. Yeah. Okay. But I'm not going to use my area being really saturated necessarily as an excuse. I'm still going to give it a try. Why? I don't know. I'm going to change the tension again. Ooh, nice. I could use that. Okay, so maybe we'll be looking into Instacart too. Okay. I genuinely did not think that it would be, you know, good. Okay, now are you saying $2.50 in a week, $2.50 in a day? Because to me, $2.50 in a day is good. I would be very happy with $2.50 in a day. Obviously, you have to take your gas out of that and taxes and all that stuff. But are you saying $2.50 a day? Because I think $2.50 a day sounds good. $2.50 a week. Now that, I think that really depends how much you're driving, because that doesn't sound great unless you're only doing a couple hours a day, you know? Because if you're doing 3 hours a day, you know, 5 days a week, like that seems reasonable. Really? Yeah. So it's hit and miss, is what you're saying, yeah. Okay. See, but this is what I'm talking about. Some people are like, it's absolutely great, and then some people are like, yeah, no, it's not great. And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm like, I'm going to be the person where it's not great, you know? But if I'm dropping off the girls at school and then till noon driving around and I make $50, like, I'd be happy with that. So, maybe. How many hours a day do you drive, though, Jamie? I think that's the real question. Yeah. But do you know what? Is people are also off of school those times. So maybe if they're working, they're sending food home for their kids. I don't know. But yeah, those are also the off hours. Or off of school hours. So maybe that. Wow. Yeah. Try not to get frustrated, but this is acting up. Yeah, see? That's a long time to be making, you know, $50. I mean, but like, again, $50 is $50. Like, you know? If we're being honest, $50 is $50, so. I think it's still something good to keep in your, like, back pocket. If you're like, I'm trying to have money, let me go try to make an extra $50 today. It's good to have. Wait. literally gonna be like, girl, these straps need some work. Actually, Liam's gonna be like that because Liam's the one who cuts off all the strings, and he's gonna be like, "Girl, what did you do?" Yeah. Alright, I'm like not even paying attention to my tablet. Okay, it's almost 11. For the next 10 minutes, yeah, I'm like not even paying attention to this at all. Okay. I don't even know. So stressed. So stressed. But okay. I will probably catch you guys later. I'm going to try one more time to get this bad boy to sew. If not, we're done. We are done. So let me catch you guys later and de-stress. Bye.